In this tutorial, you're going to learn how to derive the LM curve. The LM curve displays a positive relationship between real expenditures and the interest rate. The LM curve is half of this ISLM model. The ISLM model is a model of real expenditures where real GDP or real expenditures and the real interest rate are determined in equilibrium. We derived the IS curve from the goods market. This video is about deriving the LM curve from the money market. So let's take a look at our money market. Suppose our money market is in equilibrium with a real interest rate of R0. And we're going to put that same interest rate over here. This money demand curve, this downward sloping money demand curve, is derived holding real income constant. Now we know that real GDP is equal to real expenditures is equal to real outcome is equal to real income. So let's fix this real income at Y0. So let's say our real interest rate, real GDP pair is right here. Now let's increase real income. Let's increase real GDP to, say, Y1. If we increase real income or real GDP, our households are going to have more money in their bank accounts and more money in their wallets because they're going to be making more purchases. So at a higher level of income, we have a higher level of money demand. So here's money demand of a higher income. Now, at that higher income, our equilibrium, holding our money supply constant, is going to be at a higher real interest rate. So you can see where we're going here. We are getting a nice positive relationship between the real interest rate and real GDP. So just for completeness, let's do it one more time. Let's look at a lower level of real income. If real income is lower than Y0, then money demand is going to be lower than it would be at this higher level of income. You're going to have less money in your wallet. Holding the price level constant, we're going to have a lower real interest rate. All right, so we have derived our LM curve, and what we see here is if we increase income, we see a higher real interest rate, a nice positive relationship between real income or real GDP and the real rate of interest. So now we've derived the LM curve, we can explain a movement along it. Let's talk about what causes the LM curve to shift. So let's suppose there's an increase in the money supply. If there's an increase in the money supply, we start out with this initial interest rate of R0. The increase in the money supply results in a fall in our real interest rate for the same level of income. So an increase in the money supply leads to a rightward shift in the LM curve. Let's try another one. We're going to begin in equilibrium with a real interest rate of R0. We have a real income level of Y0, and let's increase the price level. So let's say price level's higher. If price level's higher, holding your real income constant, you're going to need more money in your wallet to purchase the same quantity of goods and services. And there's going to be an increase in money demand, and we're going to have a higher interest rate. So if there's an increase in the price level, holding our real income constant, we're going to see a higher rate of interest. Sketching our LM curve here, an increase in price level causes a leftward shift in LM. So shifts in LM are caused by changes in the money supply, either increase or decrease, or changes in money demand that are caused by something other than income. And that could be changes in the price level or speculative demand for money. Now, we didn't go through all of the possible cases for shifts in LM, but you should be able to do that after watching this tutorial.